You're gonna kill him!
I'm Dominique McBride, and I'll be telling you guys about the history of boxing. Boxing is one of the most popular sports in the world. It was considered popular in Greek and Rome, as well as being a part of gladiator contests. Boxing started off as bare-knuckle fighting in England during the late 1830s. The first English bare-knuckle champion was James Figg. During these times, boxing was crude and had no written rules. There were no weight divisions or round limits. After bare-knuckle fighting, boxers were known for wrapping their hands in leather to protect themselves from their opponents, which eventually they moved on to harder leather. In Rome, the form of boxing was fighting till death. The fighters were usually slaves, which they used them for entertainment purposes to please the spectators. Boxing receives its first set of rules from Jack Brontes in 1743 after he beat his opponent to death. For that reason, he is known as the father of boxing. Marquis of Queensberry funded a new set of rules in which consisted of 3-minute duration and 1-minute rest between rounds. Along with rules, they were also the reason behind boxing gloves. The National Boxing Association was formed in the 1920s, in which they organized the sport of boxing by sorting out the best talents and arranging championship belts. After the National Boxing Association was formed, that's when boxing started to gain a lot more interest. Some of the world's biggest fighters fought throughout the 1900s, such as Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, Harry Harris, Jack Johnson, and Pete Herman, just to name a few. In the 20th century, the U.S. became the century for professional boxing. During this time, many more boxers started to come into the sport, as well as the development of different weight classes. Now in the modern days, boxing has grown to be one of the most viewed sports in America. With the likes of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao getting ready to square off, the sport of boxing may be getting ready to gain even more popularity with their fight. Their fight was considered to be one of the most anticipated fights in boxing histories, which experts have predicted this fight to break pay-per-view records. And now that I've told you about the history of boxing, I'll send it over to Trey for the effects of boxing in America.